They say love makes you blind. But what they don't tell you is how expensive that blindness can be. My name is Amaka, and this is the story of how I sponsored my husband's master's degree abroad, only for him to send me divorce papers from the same country I paid for. It started in 2019 in Lagos. I wasn't looking for love. I was 31, a civil servant, renting my small but neat self-contained in Yaba. My life was simple: work, church, and helping my younger siblings back home. Then I met Chidi. He was working as a sales assistant in an electronics shop near my office. The first day I walked in, it was just to repair my phone screen. But somehow, I walked out with a fixed screen and a man who wouldn't stop calling me Madame Sunshine. He was different from the men I was used to. He listened. He remembered small details. He'd call me during my lunch break just to ask if I'd eaten. He'd walk me to the bus stop under the hot Lagos sun and say things like, "Baby, this hustle is just for a season. One day, I'll make you proud." If I'm honest, I fell for the dream more than the man. You see, Chidi was ambitious. He would talk about studying abroad, about working in international organizations, about leaving this Nigeria that doesn't rate us. His eyes would light up when he spoke, and I believed him. I wanted to be part of that future. By 2020, we were married in a modest but beautiful ceremony. I still remember my mother pulling me aside and whispering, "Are you sure about this boy? Love is not enough, oh?" I laughed and told her, "Mummy, he has potential." That word, potential, has ruined many women. 6 months into the marriage, the big news came. Chidi got an offer for a master's in international relations at a university in the UK. The day the email came in, he fell to his knees and started crying, holding my waist. "Baby, God has done it. This is our breakthrough." But when we saw the fees, my heart dropped. £18,000 for tuition. They advised at least £12,000 for living expenses. To me, it looked like billions. Chidi didn't have savings. I did. I had been saving for a small plot of land. That dream died in one meeting at the bank. I took a loan through a cooperative at work. I emptied my savings. I sold my small Toyota, the one thing I bought for myself after years of working. Everything for our future. I handled his passport application, filled out his visa forms, printed his bank statements, my bank statements. Every naira that left my account was evidence of funds for his visa. When we went to the embassy for his biometrics, I cried in the car park. "Why are you crying, Na?" He laughed, wiping my tears. "Because this is our future you're carrying," I said. He hugged me, kissed my forehead. "Once I settle," he whispered, "you're the first person I'm bringing over, I swear." The visa was approved. By January 2021, Chidi was in the UK. The first few months were sweet and painful at the same time. He would call me every day, sometimes twice a day. "Baby, this place is cold though. The way I'm freezing here, if you were here to hold me, eh?" I would stay up till midnight just to talk to him because of the time difference. When his allowance finished, I would send more. £300 here, 500 there. My salary in Naira didn't know rest. I started doing overtime at work. I cut down on everything. Some nights, my dinner was just Gary and groundnut, while I sent him screenshots of transfers saying, "Done, baby. Take care of yourself." My friends called me supportive wife. My mother called me Mumu in love behind my back. But I didn't care. I was investing in my home, or so I thought. By the 6th month, the calls reduced. If I called in the evening, he was in the library. If I called at night, he was in a group discussion. Sometimes 2-3 days would pass with just a short text. "Busy, babe. Love you. Class all day. Talk later." I told myself, school is stressful. At least he still says he loves you. But my chest was not comfortable. Then social media did what social media does. One Sunday afternoon after church, I was lying on my bed, scrolling through Instagram. I don't know who posted what or which algorithm was at work, but a picture popped up on my Explore page. Chidi, my husband, in a denim jacket I bought for him in Yaba, standing in front of some Christmas lights, with a woman. She was light-skinned, with long braids and a red coat. Her hand was on his chest. His face was buried in her neck. The caption said, "My forever person, heart." I froze. Everything inside me went cold. I clicked her profile. Her name was Eno, British Nigerian, based in Birmingham. Her bio read, "Saved by grace, lover of Christ and Chidi's peace of mind." Chidi's peace of what? I sat up slowly. I read that caption again and again till the words blurred. I checked the date. The picture had been posted the night before, while I was sending him voice notes about NEPA taking light. My hands were shaking when I took screenshots. I screenshotted her profile, their pictures, even the comments. God, when? Perfect couple! He finally posted you, sis! My husband was somebody's answered prayer. When I called him that night, he picked on the third ring. "Baby, are you okay?" I said, trying to sound normal. He yawned loudly. "I was sleeping. Time difference, remember?" "Chidi, who is Eno?" Silence. "Which Eno?" he asked, too quickly. "The one that called you her forever person on Instagram." He hissed. "Babe, you started again. She's just a friend from church. These UK girls like to do too much for social media. Don't embarrass me." My voice was shaking. "So she's lying? The picture is not you?" "This is why I don't post you," he snapped. "You're insecure, always overthinking. If you don't trust me, then maybe we should just end this thing." Just like that. No apology, no explanation, just manipulation. I swallowed my tears. I couldn't afford to end this thing. Not after £30,000 of my blood and sweat had already gone into his dream. So I did what many women do. I chose denial and prayer. Months passed. We spoke less. When money finished, he remembered me. When rent was due, he remembered me. When assignments were stressing him, he remembered me. Then, about a year and some months after he left, the email came. I was at my office desk on a Tuesday morning when I saw it. Subject: Request for verification of sponsorship, Mr. Chidi Okafor. It was from the UK Home Office. My heart began to beat like a drum. They were writing to confirm that I was, in fact, the person who had financially sponsored Chidi's studies and stay in the UK, and to clarify the current status of our relationship, because he had applied for an extension of stay based on marriage. Marriage? To who? I read it again. He was trying to switch from student visa to spouse visa. The spouse listed was not me. It was Eno. But on his file, on every document submitted 2 years prior, my bank statements, my name, my address, my life were sitting there as proof of funds and sponsor. My palms went sweaty. They gave me a form to fill and an option to attach a statement. They wanted to know, was I still supporting him financially? Was our relationship genuine and subsisting? As if on cue, my phone rang. Chidi. I stared at his name on the screen for a long time before answering. Hello? His voice was soft, careful. Babe, I know you've seen the email. I didn't say anything. Please, just answer them, he rushed on. Say yes, that you're still sponsoring me, that we're okay. If they reject this application, I'll have to leave. You know how much I've suffered here. I laughed. It came out ugly. How much you have suffered? I repeated slowly. Chidi, how much have you paid for? He started his usual lines. See, we can sort out our own issues later. Let's not mix marriage with immigration. This is my life, my future. Your future that I paid for, I said quietly. Silence. Chidi, my voice was calm now, almost too calm. Do you know I've seen her page? Eno, my forever person, lover of Christ and Chidi's peace of mind, that one. He stuttered. Social media, it's not what you think. You know UK girls, they like to claim what is not theirs. Did you or did you not apply to stay in the UK as her husband? I cut in. He exhaled loudly. Look, it's complicated. The lawyer said it's easier to get papers if you marry someone here. It's just on paper. Once I get my documents, I'll arrange for you to come. We'll fix us later. We. Us. After he had used my name and money, and now wanted to use my silence. You used my money to build your life, I said slowly. Now you want me to sign your future over to another woman. Chidi, are you not afraid of God? His tone changed. Amaka, don't be wicked. So after everything we've been through, you want to destroy me? Is it because you're in Nigeria and you're bitter? You want me to suffer like you? That was the moment something inside me snapped back into place. For the first time in 2 years, I saw him clearly. Not as my husband, not as the victim of a harsh system, but as a man who had calculated from the beginning that my kindness was a resource he could mine. When the call ended, I sat there, staring at my laptop. Then I opened a folder on my desktop called Chidi Documents. I started uploading bank statements, loan agreements, transfer receipts, screenshots of every time I had sent him money with the narration, school fees, rent, feeding. In the statement box, I wrote, I, Amaka Okafor, was the sole financial sponsor of Mr. Chidi Okafor during his initial application and first year in the UK. We are legally married. I am no longer in support of his current application as neither of us are in a financial position to continue to fund his education. I read it 3 times. My hands were shaking, but my mind was clear. Then I clicked send. 4 weeks later, I got another email. Decision. Application refused. They had denied his extension. He was instructed to either leave the country voluntarily or face enforced removal. That same night, my phone started ringing like madness. Unknown UK number, then another, then WhatsApp calls. When I finally picked one, it was him. He was crying, real, ugly crying. Amaka, you've ruined me, he sobbed. Are you happy now? They rejected it. Eno's parents are angry. I might have to go back to Nigeria. Do you want to see me suffer? After everything? For a second, my old self almost stepped forward. The one that wanted to rescue, to fix, to apologize for being hurt. But then I remembered eating dry gari while he was posting Christmas pictures in a jacket I bought. I remembered the bank calling about my loans. I remembered my mother's words, love is not enough. So I simply said, Chidi, I didn't ruin you. You ruined yourself. Actions have consequences. I hung up, blocked his line, blocked him on WhatsApp, blocked him everywhere. Days later, a mutual friend told me Eno had broken up with him when she discovered he was still legally married to me in Nigeria, and that he had used my documents to get into the country. So there he was, no wife, no sponsor, no visa. People hear this story and think I got my revenge, that I finished him. But the truth? There is no real victory in heartbreak. I lost 3 years, over £50,000, my marriage, my peace. What I refused to lose was myself. So, did I do the right thing by telling immigration the truth? Or should I have just quietly moved on and let him secure his papers with another woman on my sweat? You tell me.
Where are you viewing from? If this story held your attention, please like and subscribe for more stories like this.